3 weeks. 3 weeks. 21 days. I've made it. I'm still going. And I know you shouldn't. I know nobody wants to share what they sell. So this is a product I designed. Um, this is a new product I designed. It is called Tracker Stacker. What it does is, whoops. What it does is it allows you to connect track at an elevation. But more importantly, you can, see if I can do this for the camera. Also, as you can tell, I'm not really good at this stuff. You can also stack it and go the other way. Track stackers with a tagline, how high can you go? These are well engineered, guys. I did it myself. Took me a while. How high can you go? There's 9 of them. It's all that I got. And they do just sit on the desk. They ain't going nowhere. They're sturdy. Do I care if you steal my idea? Nope. But you got to figure it out. Took me 2 days. Prototype that fell. And Lord only knows how many times I had string everywhere. So go ahead and try and steal it. I really don't care. One of the things I thought was cool was because of the way they're designed and they fit together, you can stack them like that too. Like you see in the picture. Let me go over here real quick. I'll show you another picture. Thought I could show you another picture. Nope. That's the track in use, guys. That's me building with it, demonstrating how you can go in different directions. I only have straight pieces ran right now. I don't have a lot of pieces printed of either. This was more about getting it worked out, the details worked out. But these pieces stack with no problems, man. They just go together. That's simple. I think kids are going to love them because when I was a kid, my biggest thing was how high could I make something? How tall could I build something? I was always building taller and taller and taller, trying to figure out how to get it to go higher. Thanks, Laura. Laura says, nice. That's what I've been doing is tinkering around with Tinkercad. This is not a modification of somebody else's model. This is my own design. I started with a blank Tinkercad. I'm working on, I don't know if I should show you or not. Nah, I ain't going to show you. I'll give you a reason to come back tomorrow. So, my brother may get out of the hospital today, which is good news. I'm leaving Saturday. So I kind of put the chess pieces on hold, but hang on to your seats, boys and girls. I sold my first set. Somebody reached out to me on Facebook and said, hey, you got any chess sets ready? I said, I happen to have just one. I had a black box with the black and white pieces I showed on here before. And I said, I have all the color pieces. You pick the colors. He says, I'll just take black and white with a black box and the board, please. It went out in the mail today. I have more boards printed. I just finished the box. So I have a second set. Not trying to sell anybody anything. It was $40 including shipping. Pick your colors. It's just a 16-inch board. It's a beautiful set as far as I'm concerned. It's something that can be played on a regular basis. I'm thinking like a coffee shop could use these. You could use it in the park. What I like about it is it's not the vinyl mat. It's a sturdy board. The board is 4 millimeters thick. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just playing, guys. Like I said yesterday, at some point, the business is going to be just get up, start the printers, put pieces in the bag, run labels, sticker bags, the same old boring stuff day in and day out. What do you do in between? I found these. I thought this would be a great flea market product. Everybody's telling me I should think about Shark Tank. I want nothing to do with Shark Tank because the first thing they're going to say is send them to China. I will not manufacture in China, not this product. These are American made for boys and girls to play with. They're American made. They're going to stay American made. And this isn't about profit for me. This is about having fun with kids. The way I'm going to sell them is I'm going to pull up to the flea market. I'm going to have a big table, probably 2 4x8 tables put together. So it'll be 2 sheets of plywood with a hinge, and they'll open up, and that'll be the table. Or I'll do it separate. And there's going to be tons of these and tons of pieces, and the kids will just be able to play. There'll be no cost. There'll be no charge. There'll be no nothing. If the parents decide that they want to buy something from me, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. The kids can play all day. I don't care. I'm doing this out of the love for kids. I love to watch kids discover how to build something, how to do something, how to solve a problem. They'll get to a point and they'll go, oh, man, how do I do this? And they'll try and figure it out. That is something I enjoy. I don't want to turn this into a business. Could I sell them on Amazon? I think they would sell all day long on Amazon. I don't want to commercialize this. As much as I think it could be commercialized, I want to keep it a hobby because it's something that I'm really finding that I enjoy. I guess I'm going to have to do it. I wasn't going to do it, but I guess I'm going to have to do it. This is what I'm tinkering with right now. I got to stop sharing, share, window. Share. This is, let me turn it a little. Oops. This is an elevated tunnel. There's the tunnel, the gray brick. This is my tracker stackers underneath. Then inside, you can see the nose of a piece of track. Here's my track stacker right here. So here's the piece inside the tunnel. They'll be able to connect it. I'm still tinkering with this. I think I'm going to run this brick all the way down and close this off and then brick this in here and brick in the other end. Or I may leave the other end open so you can and put a track on the bottom so you can back a train in. Um, you're going to be able to back a train in, so it would have track that backed up to it. Um, I don't know what I'm doing yet, guys. That's why this is called tinkering. I really, really love doing this stuff. Yeah, I think the kids are going to love it. I want to do a covered bridge, an old, the old covered bridges with the shingled roofs and the cedar siding. Um, I want to do something like that. I have a lot of ideas. I don't know. Um, I have. Um, I have a real passion for this, guys. I have a real passion for watching kids learn. So does my wife. So I think it's a good idea. I don't know what anybody else will say. Here's a train body. I just got the wheels running. Finally got the wheels to roll freely. It fits the track. It fits the track. Uh, like I said, I'm playing. My wife knows that I'm very passionate about this, so she doesn't mind that I sit in here at night and tinker. Um, that machine's running a new piece, the prototype. Um, these are off. The ones out front are running more of these and curved track, so I can put them together. Uh, it's it's just a real passion that I have, guys. The business is the business. I label bags in the morning. I get up. I take the pieces off the printer. I put them in a bag. I seal the bag, and I sort them by color in boxes. I have big boxes in the print room, and I sort them by color so that they're there and I can easily grab them. During the day while I'm sitting here, I run these two printers, the P1Ss, for the big chessboards and boxes. I try to put the boxes on at night before I go to bed. The two printers back there are set up for black and white. They run the American Standard chessboard and box. Um, that's not for sale yet. I don't even have pieces for that. Hey, Lag, how are you? I can't believe you found me. Um, these two over here are my prototypes. I run all the junk and the roll stuff on the far one. I get pieces like this, pink and blue. It just I got them all set to white, and it just runs one after another. Eats up all the leftovers. Like you didn't see this, you just got in late. This is my newest invention. It's called a track stacker. It's designed for Thomas the Train. You can stack it in different directions. You can put pieces on this way, or they go this way. Um, this is this is this is really cool stuff. I sell chess pieces. I've built a chess business. I sold my first chess set yesterday. I don't even have them listed, and I sold one yesterday. It gave me uh, a lot of hope for the future with it. Um, I run a total of, since there's a lot of people aren't here. Um, did I design what the track stackers? The track stackers are my design from nothing. Um, I've had to run a bunch of prototypes. This was one. Know what's wrong with this? I designed it to stack, but watch, the track gets in the way. Same thing with this. I've tried all. I've been messing around. I had a tunnel. I have one that was rounded at the top. It kept falling apart. It didn't have enough strength to keep it up. Um, it was collapsing on itself before it was finished. I'm sure somebody's going to come in here and think, oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to copy it. It's not that easy to copy me. There's a lot more to it than just throwing it together. You got to think about kids. Yeah, Baby Shark. I don't infringe on copyrights. This is not an infringement on copyright because it's compatible with their product. It's plastic. They sell wood. It's a compatible item, and it's like an accessory. I do not sell track, although I do print track for my own personal use. My printed track is for my own personal use. It's to help demonstrate what the track stacker will do. This is going to be a very popular product. It is not for sale on the internet. It will not be for sale on the internet. I say that tongue in cheek, unless my son-in-law says, hey, that's a great idea. Can I run with that on eBay and Amazon? I would let him. Otherwise, it's not for sale. I'm not turning this into a business. This is my passion. I get to play. I get to tinker. I get to design. If you were here a few minutes ago, you've seen that I have a tunnel with a track through it on top of these, set up on these. And that is designed so that you can raise that if you want. You can go up another level. Because of the way the bottom is built, you could set it up on these and raise it up so that tunnel is three tiers tall. I did not print that yet. Excuse me. I did not print that yet. I'm still playing with it. I'm still trying to figure out how I want to design it. But guys, you can do anything you want if you put your mind to it. This stuff is not, it's not easy. It's like Santa's workshop. Dave, let me tell you, I'm having the most fun of my life. Where the hell did I put my train? I lost my train. I'm building, I don't have much, so don't laugh too hard, guys. I'm building a train for the tracks. This is 3D printed. I got the wheels to roll real nice. I don't know if you can see it, hear it. These wheels spin real nice. It works on the wooden track. This is the same as the wooden track. I guess they don't have a copyright on the track because Melissa and Doug, Thomas the Train, IKEA, and I believe two others use the same exact track, and they're interchangeable. And I believe they did that so that they were interchangeable and kids could combine sets and play together. I'm not sure. I know that it's I know that it takes time. I don't want to sell the track. Everybody sells track. I want to sell my own design here. I want to do more things. I want to do bridges. I want to do tall bridges. You know, maybe two stackers starts the bridge to go up, and then you go across the bridge and down the other side. I don't know. I'm like a kid. I'm like a kid with this stuff. Now, I also designed it so that you can stack them this way. So you can stack them this way to build a taller tunnel. I don't know if you can see the tunnel. It's right here. I really put a lot of effort into this one, guys. This wasn't 5 minutes. It's taken 2 days. I've probably worked on it about 14 hours a day. My wife has told me, hey, you going to let go of them trains? I do have a picture that I can share of them being used right here. I don't have a lot of track. I'm printing track as we speak. I have no curve track, so I'm printing curve track right now. A piece of track takes 2 hours to print. Uh, they're they're solid. They're good, sturdy pieces of track. I'm gonna let kids play with this stuff, so I'm gonna make sure it's sturdy. I check all edges. Can I order 10,000 units? No, it's not a wholesale product. I check all edges. Like this one has a little burr on it. I'm going to make sure that these kids are safe to play with this stuff. I'm not looking to make a lot of money. These things cost me about 70 cents to make. This is solid plastic up here, guys. I made it so it's sturdy. I want these kids to bang this stuff around. Cost me about 70 cents. I'll probably sell it for $1.25, $1.50, maybe $2. I'm not looking to rip anybody off. I'm not looking to make a profit. All I'm looking to do is pay for the flea market space. The kids can play all they want when I'm set up. The flea market is once a month, so it's a pretty easy commitment for me. I will have my chessboards out or anything else that I have for sale. I'll have there, but the main thing I'm going for is to let the kids play with this stuff. I want to build stuff that's not out there. I want to design it. I want kids to use this. I don't want to make it a profit center. The profit center is my chess pieces. You know, I have to run that like a business so that I can pay for the materials. And listen, if I see a family that's struggling and a kid wants a couple pieces of track, I'm gonna give it to them. That's the type of person I am. I know you guys don't believe it, but it really is who I am. This stuff has allowed me to really work on what I always enjoyed, which was building and designing stuff. I played with Legos for hours on end. So that's where I'm at. Nobody really has any questions about the print shop. I do run 12 A1 minis out my front sun porch. It's called I call that the print room. This is my tinker room. In here, I have 4 A1 minis with AMS lights, and I have 2 P1Ss. I have 18 printers in total, 2 in the closet for emergency backups. So far, I've had a needle, a nozzle seal on me. The plastic got hard inside the nozzle, and it took me forever. How many computers to run all of them? Actually, I can run it on my phone. I only need a computer to send a new print. If it's a print they've already done, it's in their internal memory, and I can just put print, find the print that I need, and hit print, and it runs off of that. I really don't need a computer to run them. The ones in here, I use this computer. Yeah, they're all Wi-Fi. They're all Wi-Fi, and then I have an app on the phone. My phone has to be connected to the internet in the house. I've run because most of these here, the ones in here don't do the same print over and over again. The print room, I did have a video a couple days ago. Every machine has a color. I have 2 black, 2 white, 2 wood grain, and then I have, on the other one, I have red, green, blue, yellow, purple, and pink. run the same colors, and they run the same chess pieces over and over and over and over again. I can get up to 3 prints a day on my chess pieces, which is a total of 36 sets if I really need to. I have a stock right now of about 200 chess sets for the pieces. I would have launched on Amazon, except for my brother has cancer. They've told him to get his affairs in order. It's not looking good. He's had 2 surgeries this week. He's having bone marrow transplant from his son the 2 days after Thanksgiving. And that's a Hail Mary pass. Thanks, Lag. I appreciate that. It does suck, but I'm also faithful to God, and you know, I know that nobody gets out of here alive. I know my brother knows the truth. What he decides is on him, and that's where I leave it with him. He's much like my father, and him and I haven't spoken in 10 years, and he said that he'd prefer to die without speaking to me. That's his choice. I'm okay with it. I talked to my mother. I'm going up to get my mother. I will do anything that he asks. He doesn't want me to come to his house to pick up Mom. Somebody can bring Mom to me, and I'll take Mom to New Jersey. I don't want to air all the dirty laundry of the family, but it is what it is. I trust God to have a plan. Guys, I worked hard building systems and processes the first week. I don't know how many of you have followed this from the beginning. I built systems and processes in the beginning with the concept of one product to be sold, and that's all I was going to print. I wasn't going to try and print dragons and lizards and what else is hot right now? Snowflakes or any of that. I'm not doing any of that. I found a product. I have the product listed. I believe it's a very strong listing. The advertising is ready to start. Everything is done. All I do now is I get up, I clear the beds, I reprint the chess pieces, I clear the beds before I go to bed, and I start the prints again. They run very quiet up in the front room. We don't even hear them. So it's working out very well. But now I got to go, man. I've been here. I can't believe I've been here 28 minutes. Holy cow, man. But as you know, God loves you, and Lord knows, especially with Lag here today. Lord knows I'm trying. Guys, have a great day. I hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.